Hey y'all, welcome to the Mr. Maple Show. I'm Corbin, and today we're going to be presenting an episode of Walkthrough Wednesday. I hope y'all had a great time at open house. I know I did. There was amazing maples, some awesome people, and some really great food and music. So enjoy this episode, and I'll see y'all in a little bit. What's up, guys? We're here with Kate
Hey,
from the
everybody.
Carolina Drifters at Open House.
Yeah.
They're about to be shredding it.
Yep, we're going to be shredding it in a couple hours, just finishing getting set up here. And yeah, we're going to be playing for, I don't know, 2-3 hours, something like that.
Excited. I love listening to you guys. I mean, it's so funny. I've listened to you a couple times. Already got some of the lyrics memorized. So.
Love that.
And y'all just dropped a new single too, right?
We did. We dropped Gasline. You can check it out on our Facebook page at Carolina Drifters. You can also find it on Spotify and Apple Music. Pretty much anywhere you listen to music, you can search us Carolina Drifters, and the name of the song is Gasline.
Yeah, and we love them here. I mean, you guys make up a little bit of the workforce here. You can see Sean in the back and Jess in the back. They're setting up back there.
Yep.
And I mean, what's it like being at the MrMaple Open House? And what's it like playing at the MrMaple Open House?
You know, it's kind of funny. You know, we love playing music together, and you know, yeah, you're right. 3 of us do work here. I'm not as full-time as the other guys, but I do like to come and play with the plants sometimes. But it's really cool to be here at the open house. You know, we have a lot of fans that are maple nuts, and so it's cool to like be, you know, to meet people in person and see them and put a face with a name. And one of the best parts of our gig is that we get to play music while we get to see a lot of our friends and family here too. So it's awesome. The open houses are always a great time.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's just awesome to see everybody from around this in the Facebook group. Yeah, we got some Maple Nuts. We got some Maple Maniacs here.
Maple Mafia.
Yeah, some Maple Mafia. Seeing some of those guys around in here. But yeah, thank you so much, Kate.
Yeah,
and I'm ready to watch you guys rock out.
Awesome. Thanks, Corbin. Appreciate it. You guys have fun.
Got 3 kids and she married a
Hey guys, I'm here with Mr. Godet, and he has been a pretty vital part in getting MrMaple started. I mean, when did you start shopping with MrMaple?
2011, I think.
Wow.
Yeah,
so
2011.
I was back in middle school, I think, during that time. But yeah, so you've been collecting. What was the first maple that really caught your eye?
Probably the Macau Yatsubusa, which is a lot of favorites for everyone. And mine is about 10 years old, and it's just got limbs with the branches. It's like floating clouds. Beautiful tree, and it's one of the most popular that there is.
I love macaw. I mean, that's a tree that brings so much life
Yeah.
to the garden.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like a little creature.
Yeah.
There's so many that have that tight shingling habit.
Right.
Really allows for a lot of like movement in the garden, I think.
Yeah.
Like things that bring that kind of vision to me are Shishigashira. I mean, I love that one too. And I mean, there's so much you can do with maples, like playing with the contrast
Yeah.
during different seasons. And so how many trees have you collected?
Roughly 130.
130?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a pretty substantial amount. I mean,
It is. I was one of the maple nuts whenever
you're the,
before the original maple.
exactly, man. You're the OG. So I know you're talking about reticulated.
Yeah.
What is your favorite reticulated maple that you've seen?
I think it's just the series we talked about, the
Ghost series?
Ghost series, right? Yeah.
Yeah, Talon
Yeah,
Buckholz.
yeah.
I mean, that guy, he doesn't miss whenever he makes a tree series. And I mean, the Ghost series is a staple. I mean, that's sold all across the United States. And do you have a favorite ghost that you go for?
Probably the Grandma's Ghost.
Grandma's Ghost?
Yeah.
And I know I was just talking to you about Amagi Shiguri.
That's a great one.
Yeah, I think that's my favorite. The ghosts really offer so much lightness, and like they really brighten up the garden if you got like the first ghost. But then the range of colors and the reticulation is so amazing.
The Magi is probably one someone should own for their garden. That's a good one.
Oh yeah, I'm always pointing people towards Hanamatoi and Amagi Shiguri. I like that flashy stuff, and I mean those.
And as far as being from Louisiana in the South, I had to have a Baton Rouge with their red bark, and it just did tremendous in full sun. Didn't even need partial shade.
That's when I point people towards. I mean, coral barks are amazing during the wintertime. They really offer you something that like a lot of the other maples don't with that bark interest. But Baton Rouge, I mean, it looks like the garden's on fire whenever it's finally wintertime.
It's a good one. It really is a good one.
And I appreciate you doing the interview, and enjoy shopping around. What's up, guys? We're here with Grayson Chisler. You might recognize that name from the live chats. He's probably in there right now chatting with the video that he's in right now. But I mean, you were one of the first people I interviewed. You were one of the first people that kind of opened my eyes up to pictums, different species of maples. I mean, you were the first person I talked to that was like, oh wow, this is not just like,
you don't just dip your toes.
Yeah, exactly.
Go nuts. And it's funny. I mean, the expansion since you've come aboard has been insane. And you know, I watch people who do exactly what I did. They don't even know how to throw their money away fast enough when they get here, because there's just so much crazy stuff once you get in the greenhouses to find, and it becomes a bit of a addiction. But it's a better addiction than some others to have, definitely.
Oh yeah, exactly. And you know, there's you get to watch something grow, and you get to have it in the backyard forever. It's not something you just throw some money on and it's gone forever.
Right.
But I mean, it's a crazy thing, you know. I mean, my collecting, I've seen people collect Pokemon cards, Magic the Gathering cards, you know, coins, but never something with rare plants. I mean, when I talk to Brian Rule about stuff, he really talks about how we're preserving trees, like preserving cultivars and that sort of thing. And I mean, that's pretty awesome to be a part of that, is because there's some trees that get lost in the trade that you can go to somebody's house and collect clippings from. And I mean, it's pretty awesome whenever you got collectors like that.
Yeah, absolutely. The stories of the stuff that the collectors bring back, like the Dawn Redwood story, is just absolutely amazing, that we almost lost that species, and you know, they found a couple and were able to bring it back. And you know, the same thing with a lot of these rare maple varieties. It's so interesting to watch all these little, you know, I just call them happy little accidents that you find on all these little trees. And you know, you get into it and it's like, you know, why did this happen? Why isn't this just like a green or a red, you know, upright maple like every other one? And you know, it gets you thinking. And it's something, you know, the garden's all about reflection and, you know, relaxation and pontification. It's fun to go out there and look at all these little you know, for lack of a better word, like freaks of nature, really, and just see the differences between them, and spend some peaceful time thinking about it and looking at all the differences and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, and once you get past, like, I think there's a couple different stages of collection. Obviously, you like get some people's introductions to Mukiyamas or Crimson Queen.
Yep.
Those
My first
standard,
two.
yeah, exactly. Those are the standard ones. But then you get into that really rare collector. You really want all that rare stuff. But then what I've had my eyes open up to as like I continue on in this business is the cultivation side.
Right.
And I think that's something that collectors get excited about. And also, I mean, you're really you could be finding something that nobody else has ever had.
Exactly.
I think that's what, after you collected for so long, that's kind of what you're hunting for,
Exactly. You try to find those just kind of, one-off little things, and it's like, all right, I need to get this. I'm getting, you talk about propagation. I'm getting to the point where, mostly just for myself, I'm going to start multiplying my trees. Stuff happens. I lost a bunch this year. I love having doubles and triples of everything, and, it's getting to the point where all these rare little things, you got to get them out there so other people have them, because, if you don't, stuff dies off and you lose it forever. And I've heard a lot of stories like that with maples that have been just in theory mind-blowing, but people have let die off, and we'll never know.
Yeah, it's funny to hear. Like, I mean, Matt and Tim told me the story about a guy that the variegated Shishigashira.
That one breaks my heart.
Bonsai guy. He was cultivating shishis, and then he found one that was a variegated Shishigashira type, but it was too vigorous for bonsai.
It was too big.
Yeah.
Too big. It was too big of a heat-tolerant, variegated plant, so he just killed it.
But yeah, I mean, that's part of being a collector, man. And I mean, I know you like the flashy stuff just like me, man. And it's just awesome to talk to people who have a similar taste in trees and hobbies too. I mean, it's pretty amazing to get out there and meet people, and the open house really allows people to connect like that.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, one of the reasons I come down here, the whole staff here is just so fantastic. I brag to Matt and Tim all the time. You guys are just always so happy, and it's so great. Like, I came down here to buy like 3 or 4 trees. That's all I had the money for, and I just wanted to come and hang out and talk. It's worth an 8-hour drive down here just to have like-minded people around you. But even further than that, everyone's in a good mood. No one's upset the whole time I'm down here. And I mean, that's worth an 8-hour drive to me every single time.
Yeah, I mean, how can you be upset when you're surrounded by awesome people that, have such a tight-knit community and surrounded by all these like beautiful trees at the same time?
It's crazy. You wouldn't believe it. If you've never been here, you have to show up. I mean, everyone knew I had my limit of trees, and within 5 minutes, people are putting things in my hand that I've never heard of before, that there's only 3 and 4 of, and you're not going to see on the 10 for 10 for a long time. But if you're here, and you make the effort and are part of the community and have a good time, you end up with stuff like that, and it's really fun. I've was able later in the day to find a bunch of the rare stuff and give back to other people. We all know what each other wants and what we're looking for, and you just can't beat it, honestly.
You really can't, man. And I appreciate you coming. And I always love talking to you.
Yeah, it was fantastic. Thank you for interviewing me again. I appreciate it.
No problem. We'll catch y'all later.
All right, take care.
What's up, guys? We're out here, MrMaple Open House. We got Brock here.
Yep, Brock. Nice to meet y'all.
Where are you from, man?
I'm from Dallas, Georgia. It's like west of Atlanta, probably 30, 45 minutes.
So it's a little hot down there right now, I bet, right?
It's a little warm. It was warm last week for sure. It was in the high 90s to almost 100 degrees. So.
Oh yeah, dude. My maples are getting a little dried out, but they're surviving.
Yeah.
What brought you here today, man?
I don't get to come to a lot of like different places like this, and I've talked to Matt and Tim and a bunch of people that come up here every now and then, and it's just something to get away and do. Get to see some stuff that you don't typically get to see. So.
Yeah, man. And you said you've been collecting maples for about 3 years now.
Yeah.
What's some of your favorite ones in your garden right now?
So like favorites feel like Lily Ann's Jewel is one of my favorites. All the different colors. When it first leaves out, it's like neon pink, purple, all kinds of different crazy colors.
Yeah, I'm always drawn to those pink and whites, man. I feel like they just like, you don't see many plants with pink and white variegation in them, and the maples really show out most of the time, man.
Yeah, I got a large one, and I've been watching it for 2 years now. It was already big, and it's just put on so many different colors throughout the season. Like it starts fading out to like your pinks and whites and your greens and everything, and then in the fall it's pretty too. So
I know we had some 10-gallon ones of those, and that's about the biggest ones I've seen, man. But those ones are crazy. I mean, I'd talk about Hanamatoe a little bit. I mean, that's kind of like the same color combination with that lace leaf.
yeah, another one talking about Hanamatoe, as far as like one of my favorites, it's pink ballerina.
Oh yeah.
That one's, I have a spot like across my yard where I have a bunch of different maples planted. I was gonna do like a fire pit, and it's kind of like in a circle. And there's a pink ballerina sitting off in the corner, and you can see it from the house, like just glowing. Right now it's a little burn up because of the heat, and that's understandable. But that one's pretty. Yeah, I, like when I first started off, so the first tree I ever got was from a local guy, which I didn't know really what I was even getting into when I first started getting into it. I think I wanted to do something with bonsai, and started looking into it, and found this guy not far from me, and went there, and I ended up with a Makawa Yatsubusa and a Chantilly lace, and those are my first trees that I got, and they're planted in the garden, doing good. So.
Yeah, dude, I think Makawa is something that wets a lot of people's whistle at the very beginning, and Chantilly lace is a beautiful tree too, and I think like once you get that first tree, it's on from there.
Yeah, I would advise y'all to not do what I did. I went pretty crazy, but it's all in good fun, and I enjoyed doing what I did and doing what I do now, so it's always fun to come up and meet new people, see all these trees they got up here or anywhere. So
yeah, well, thanks for coming out, man, and appreciate you.
no, it's not.
And we'll catch y'all later. Appreciate it.
See y'all.
Hey y'all, thanks for watching this episode of Walkthrough Wednesday on the MrMaple Show. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Like I said, open house was an amazing time. I mean, got to see some people walk out with some crazy plants, and I got to bring it to y'all. I hope y'all enjoy this video, and yeah, make sure to comment, share, like, and subscribe down below. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next one. Take care, God bless, and have a great day.